Alright, let's have a look. We ought to be live. So, let's put that up there. Go here. Have a look at what's going on. Let's have a look at our stream. Alright, how are we doing here? Well, there we go. Let's have a look at our stream. Good, so folks, welcome to a Sunday stream. We're going to do a little bit of truck driving today. It's American Truck Simulator. And we are going to play around in Louisiana. What are we doing here? Turn that sound down a bit. So, we're playing around a bit with my settings earlier today, and there we go. My steering sorted out. So, folks, welcome to a Sunday stream. We're going to do a little bit of truck driving today. It's American Truck Simulator. Let's mute that so I'm not listening to myself. Alright. Jobs. Let's take a quick job. And what we want to do into Louisiana. Lafayette. Fort Fitchon. Let's see what's going there. Alexandria. Let us take that job. That's ammonia. Let's see how we get on with this. Alright, so I need to go out there and get out onto the road. We have no Western Star today. Nice. Right, let's fire it up. Turn up the volume a bit. Right. Just towing a single trailer today, or for now anyway. And I'm doing this right, eh? Alright, let's not take the gate with us. That would be good. Alright. Strange sort of setting. Not end up in the water. Right. things look quiet. Right, here we are, and we're off, and we need to turn right here. Alrighty, so how's everybody doing on this weekend? Sunday? Right, we can go. Right, managed to turn right without messing it up. I've got the steering set up so that it's a bit more centered, because it had a bit too much of a dead area, quite a bit in the middle. Keeping the truck straight was quite a lot of work, so I managed to get that fine-tuned earlier today. So I'm happy with how my steering is responding now. I mean, keep the thing in the lane. It is ever so nice. Quite pretty driving at the coast. And of course the other thing I had to deal with driving in Louisiana is that it rains, and I'd never used wipers before, having been driving around California. So we got that sorted out, and keep it a bit more to the left here. There we go. Yeah, the steering's quite nice and responsive now. So now we're just going to keep going straight onto Alexandria. I think look right behind me. We are speeding a bit. Just tip off the throttle there. Ooh. Sorry, mate. Okay, we've had our first accident. Oops. I should have looked. So my bad. I ruined somebody's day there. It'll take me a while to become a better driver, that's for sure. Right, how are we doing here? I think we can go for it. Because me being a South African, got to get used to driving on the other side of the road. And I think it's been about a year since I played this game, so I have forgotten a lot of stuff, particularly the controls and how to drive properly. So if this were real life, I'd have been fired right now. What I just did. I might even have been in trouble with the law. That's for sure. Alright, let's see what we have to do here. Stay in this lane. Go underneath the bridge and turn left. Over here. Like so. Alright, we good there. Right, and onto the freeway we go. Let's turn on some lights so we can see the instruments. There we go. How are we doing for traffic on the left? His way. Alright. Then go straight. Try not to mess this up. Alrighty. Oops. Keep in the lane. I looked over to the keyboard because I was thinking opening the map. But no, let's rather do that when stationary. Pay attention to the driving. Because this thing goes a lot faster than the trucks I was driving earlier today. I was driving double trailers. And those things accelerate a lot slower. With a single tank, this thing certainly goes well. Driving a double trailer, it is certainly heavy, that's for sure. Right. So what I'm enjoying about driving this part of the country is all the trees. So it's quite scenic. Certainly enjoying driving Louisiana, that's for sure. Alright, so you keep it going straight. Alright, nobody on my right. What's this guy got in his trailer? No, skid steer. Quite interesting how in this game the other drivers make fairly swift lane changes. They don't hang about. Almost seem a bit quicker than one would do it even in real life. As long as they don't cut me off. And it's going to be night time fairly soon as well. Going to be doing some night driving shortly. Okay. Steering of mine tends to want to go to the right. So I'm just using a flight sim yoke for steering, and it tends to want to pull a bit to the right. Just got to remember to hold it there. Right. So by the looks of things, I'm going to keep it straight for the foreseeable future. Keep it in the lane. Also, I'm trying to keep on the speed. So seem does not need a lot of throttle input to keep it going. Quite a lot load. Ah, there's a train. Across the railway line somewhere. Can hear the loco's horn. Right. Fortunately the windscreen pillars keeping the sun under my eyes there. You're right there on the right. Good. Okay. A little over halfway there. And then we can drop off the ammonia. Take on another job. And that one's definitely going to be in the night. Yeah. Alrighty. I'll go in the back of that guy. And here. Sort of having to hang on to the steering to keep the wheel from turning. If it doesn't watch, it winds it all the way over. And then you take off and boink, off to the side you go. Right. Third gear. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. And so on. Going to be a little bit down here for a while, it seems. Leaping is I'm in the wrong lane. Nope. I can go straight here. Cool. Let's see what the signs say here. What do we need to do? Right. I'll sit here at the red light for a moment. Not long. Now there, the steering wheel wanted to turn. Gotta pay attention to that. Otherwise it goes horribly wrong. Turn on some more lights. And it's starting to become evening. Alrighty, and here we need to go straight. Alrighty. And onwards we go. Lake Charles. I wonder what the ratio of game time to real life time is. I think it's about 100 to 1 already. So time certainly passes a lot faster in the game. Everything, the distance as well. 1 mile, 2 mile, doesn't take long. I got to pay attention to keeping it between the lines here. Right, in here, still got to go straight. Alrighty. Yeah, so what I did this week is I upgraded the internet and also upgraded the GPU. So now we got an RTX 3050 and we got some faster internet for streaming. What I had previously was not suitable for streaming in terms of graphics and the upload and download speeds. So that's sorted very nicely now. So now we can quite happily do our streaming or do uploads if we wish to do so. And also what I did today is I bought the Louisiana map for American Truck Simulator. I find that a pretty state. So I wanted to do a bit of driving around there. So we have the map. So now we can actually go quite a lot of places around the USA. Certainly spend a lot of time having fun here, and I get to practice on becoming a better truck driver. Alright, so what do we got to do here? Keep on going straight. 62 miles per hour. This thing certainly goes. Okay, so here we want to do that. I should have indicated. My bad. Let's do that. Move into that lane. And here we have not done too well there. Made myself very unpopular. Should have been driving a bit slower. These guys were angry. They were mad at me over that. A bit of yelling going on back there. This rookie driver. Look at what he was doing there. Alright, so here I'm going to get it in here. Where have we got to be? Got to be on the left here already. I also need to kind of relax a bit. This is just a game. The idea here is to have some fun. So just relax a bit. Nobody's going to get hurt. I'm definitely not packing it in. Not with the skill level. Where's the red flag? To our right. Alright, let's go see what's there. Where do we need to be? Looks like I need to be over here. Right. So let's get in here next to the building. Let's go forward a bit more. Alright. How did we do? Probably lost a bit of points on our driving at certain points. That's alright. Alright, pick another job. It's night time now. Let's see, where would we like to go? Where can we go? Why don't we go to Arkansas? What have we got there? On the road to Little Rock. Right. Chlorine. Alright, let's take that job. And we are in the Kenworth. Alrighty. What do we need to do? We need to clear those bollards. Like so. And then find the exit. Which I think is over here. This is probably it. On the right hand side here. Don't mind me, fellas. What you doing over there? Hope you're not smoking cigarettes in the plant. Not supposed to do that these days. Right, so here we want to turn right. There's nothing to our right there. Alrighty. Get this cranked over. Looks like we cleared it right there. What do I need to do here? Surely need to exit here. Right. Yeah. Right. Cleared that boom. I don't know, what is our game doing? Our game has crashed. Oh, that's nice. That is super convenient. Let's see if we can restart it. Okay, fortunately we weren't far into a delivery. Continue career. Why is it suggesting driving academy? Nothing to do with our driving, eh? Resume delivery. Alright. Oh man. Put us back here. Okay. Not the end of the world. we can get going again. Got those guys still standing around there, loitering, and they like, wasn't he here a moment ago? What's up with that? He just left, then he spawned back in. What's this guy doing? Right, should be alright here. At least we know what to do at this boom gate. Keep right. It's a little bit like at home here in South Africa. Because of how they routed the wiring to the access control units in the complex I live in, we actually enter using the right gate and exit using the right gate, because they had to put the poles, because we drive on the right hand side of the road, they had to put the fingerprint readers on the right hand side of the entrances. So in and out is on the left and right. Okay, we are good for trains. Alright, let's keep going. Lift up ahead. Over here. So what we need to do, hang on, did that guy have no lights? No, he does. Right. And off we go. The one thing about driving in computer games that I'm still having to get used to is moving the mouse as though you're moving your head and then steering at the same time. It'll come with practice, but it takes some getting used to, that's for sure. Alrighty. We are going to turn to the right coming up here. Right. And should be somewhere over here. Yeah. All right. A little bit of oversteer there. Right, onto the highway we go. Try to pay attention to what we are doing here. But we managed to merge without messing that up. Give this Ken with the beans. Onwards to El Dorado. Nice evening drive. Right. I nearly missed that one. Right. Gotta remember to not be in a hurry around corners. This is a big thing. It's not like a regular passenger vehicle to drive, that's for sure. Right, let's get going while it's green. Giving it all the beans. Alright. Oh, there's the time. 11:09 PM. Gotta get used to where one finds things on the UI and the HUD. So on. Alrighty. One of those vehicles with a one-piece tail light. Interesting. Right here we just go straight and keep it in the middle. Now the first 10 hours that I did with simulator driving with a sloppy steering, and it certainly wasn't that much fun. So I am glad I got that sorted out today, so it's easier to steer this thing. Right, we can use our bright so we can see what we're doing. I can't imagine what it would be like to drive this in just a keyboard and mouse. That wouldn't be too much fun, because there's a lot going on and you need to make small inputs. Right. Let's wait for them to pass. Come on, Oz. And you too. Good thing we checked. And there's somebody coming. This is busy. Okay, he's turning. Man, but this road is busy. I forgot that I could have gone. expecting to have to cross the road. Gotta get used to that. Totally gotta get used to that. It's okay. It's a new game. People behind me were like, what is this guy doing? Okay, he's not blind, that guy. So used to having to cross a road to turn right. In this country where I live, that's what we'd have to do. That's okay. I'll get used to this eventually. Let's keep it on that side. Not cause an accident. Right, we've got to go straight here. Okay. Right. 60 speed limit. Okay. Keep on cruising. Man, but one's got to keep one's eyes on the road with this. That is for sure. Alright. Let's get it around the corner. Going straight. Okay. Right. I had to let go of the steering for a moment. I had to bring my pedals forward a bit. Got them a bit close. And my ankles are hurting a bit. So move them forward. Right, what have we got happening here? Let's keep it going. At some stage I'll have a look at the driving academy and maybe take some driving lessons. Backing up trailers is one of the things one has to practice and learn, and by default that is hard to do, that's for sure. Okay, what have we got happening here? That guy was waiting to turn. Okay. We have just got to keep on going straight at this stage onto El Dorado. So let's give it some beans. Looking alright here. Between the lines. Okay, we're going to keep on going straight. Nice driving, dude. Alrighty. Luckily it's an automatic. Shifting gears while you're doing all this will certainly add to the workload. Alrighty. Ready on not too far from our destination now. And then we've probably got another one more delivery to make tonight. And then it's going to be back to daytime. We can enjoy a bit of scenery. Right, so here I nearly blew that. Luckily I did warn that guy what I was doing and he slowed down. Thank you, dude. Yeah, he must be thinking, what's that Goomba doing? Driving like that. Okay. Oops. We've had an accident. Yeah. Whoops. As we say. Little rock. Fortunately, it's only a game and I don't have to go and explain myself. Oh, lots of bad driving. Gotta pay attention here. Because when I was driving, it's kind of like stressed out like you would be in real life. And tend to miss certain things. Okay, I'm clear on the right there. Okay, now we got to take the ramp here. Up ahead. That looked like a fire engine. And you got all these guys blowing past you. Right here. I'm going to need to turn right. Okay. We must be very close to our destination. That sounds like a chopper. Interesting. To be in this lane so that we can turn up ahead. We're almost there. Through here, and then we've got to turn left at the lights over here. Already. now we what are we supposed to do? Go in here. Okay. Right. And we are just going to take that, because I'm not trying to back this thing up yet. Now that what do we need to do? It looks like it's on the right here. Let's get around that trailer. Right, here we go, next to the building. Right. Right, that delivery's done. When you wrecked one time. I wrecked one guy's truck. Let's take another job. What do we want to do? Let's go with that. Let's go with toxic and infectious substances. Corrosive. We'll take flammable solids. All right. Yes. All right, let's find some work to do. Let's go play around in Washington a bit. Seattle to Portland, Oregon. That sounds nice. Let's take that job. That looks good. back up. I slammed my foot on the brake. That's what happened there. Right, now what we need is some illumination. What are we driving? Can't see. We'll find out soon enough. Seems what do we need to do here? Which is the way out. That must be it over there. Okay, let's go that way. Let's go out here. Sort of strange that they got a trailer parker over there. Right now here, after crossing over there, to go this way. Alright, let's see what we have to do here. This looks right. 2:30. Okay, so we're going to be doing most of this in the dark still. Here we want to go straight. So let's do that. Okay, that woke me up. Sound of the train there. That gets your attention. Here I have got to, there's a train, so we should be alright for turning right over here. Like so. Can go. Yep. Now let's stop. Got to remember to look up so I don't see the traffic lights. Now let's keep the steering straight. Fortunately it's got buttons on it so that I can see. What is this, a Freightliner? There's quite a bit of an offset on this steering. Having to hold it so to stay straight. So now apparently we got to turn right here. Good thing I checked the map. Alright. Spokane Street. Alrighty. And the lights take a while, eh? Okay. Here we got to stay on that side. And then merge onto the freeway. Stay in this lane. Get it around the corner. Nobody next to me. And here we want to go straight. Okay. Right, onwards we go. Okay, we're gonna have to get weighed 1 mile from here. You can bypass the way station. Cool. Okay, let's keep going then. There's a way station that we don't need to go into. That is useful. The going and getting weighed is not a problem. Just got to stop in the right places. Right, let's give it some beans. And here, still got to go straight. Alright. Like so. Nice and smooth. We didn't mess it up that time. This is good. Alright, onwards. 140 miles to go. So I got about another 2 hours in game time. And the light will come up and then we can enjoy the Washington scenery. Right. I think I'll just stick to this speed for now. At least this time of the day the road is fairly quiet, which does help in driving at night. So here, we want to stay in this lane, like so. Alrighty. Keep her straight. Good. Alrighty. And keep her straight. what that sign said. Not the end of the world. What are you doing there in front of me? Right. Keep her going straight. Not so. And we still want to go over here. So follow this around. Stay in this middle lane. It's starting to become dawn. Lovely. Right. And now, straight on the map says straight on. Right. Portland 79. Right. It's a beautiful morning. State of Washington. Right. And straight on it is. People are starting to wake up. Right. Here we got to go straight still. So keep it straight. Very good. What have we got happening over here? The cops have stopped that guy. They are having a word about a little problem. Oh dear. Trying to get ourselves into the similar situation. Trucks can do 60. I like to drive about 50-55 miles an hour. It feels comfortable and it's sensible and safe. Mostly if you pay attention to what you're doing. Yeah, you keep on cruising, buddy. Nice forest here on the left. You get to enjoy some of the Washington scenery. And here we got to go straight. Right. So we might, the next couple of trips, be exploring a bit of Washington, I think. Well, this area, Montana, or Washington State and Montana. Right, now here, we want to go straight. So we stay in this lane. Okay. Cool. Keep her going. How far have we got to go? Another 50 miles. Well, that would be a problem if you wanted to. Oh, no, it's not a closed ramp. Crossing the river here. on to Oregon. Here we go straight. Like so. And we still got to go straight. Vancouver area. And here we want to go straight, so we're going to stay in the middle lane. Alrighty. And still straight. Starting to sort of get a hang of the steering. We're not wandering too much. Right. We are wanting to turn right here. Yeah. Like so. This is Spaghetti Junction over here. Lots of flyovers. And it's steep. Right, now here these highways, when you get into the big cities, get a bit scary. Lots of lanes, lots of cars. Right, in here what have we got to do? What? Sorry about that, people. It's kind of hard to see what you're supposed to do there, so I couldn't see which lane I had to be in. That was not so much fun. That was no fun at all. Alright. So yellow X's mean yeah, we're just gonna go for the easy stuff for now. Right. Now, straight ahead. Easy enough. Once we get into more hours of this program, we'll get used to how things work in this game and also driving. Alright, we managed to get that done. There weren't too many examples of how not to do it, as it were. Watching the stream live on the monitor up top. Let's get into the part where I blew it. Yeah, it wasn't until the last moment where I should have been left. Oh well. What else have we got? Let's go back up to Washington. And let's take some cement to Kennewick from Seattle. Alrighty, off we go. Looks alright. Here. Go to that. Yeah, I can't go out there, there's chains. Go right. We're back in a Western Star. Very good. How are we doing there at the back? We're not taking half the facility with us. And here, obviously got to turn left. Oh, this should be fun. Alright, there's and here. We're going to turn right. Hooky dooey. Right. And here we need to stop at a red light. Got both our mirrors on. Somehow we lost our right. Oh yes, it's because we had a game crash. And the right hand mirror got deselected. So here we want to go left. Okay, we're going to have to go behind the UPS truck. Fortunately, there's nobody behind him. Right. Let's get this thing going up here. It's probably fairly heavy. Oh yeah. This is long and heavy. That's for sure. Right here. Get it around the corner. Over here. There's the city. And stay in this lane. Because we need to keep right over here. And once again keep right. Okay. On to Spokane. Right. Looks like it's just a single trailer that we're towing. Alrighty, and here we're just going to keep it going straight. Okay, I think we got this. Let's change. Like so. Not totally sure how that tunnel works. Alright. We'll probably to do that. Yeah. Because I think that lane is going to disappear. Like so. Yeah. Hey, what are you doing? Why did you do that? You're not paying attention. Bad driver. That was naughty. So apparently I'm not the only bad driver on the road. The locals are as well. What are you transporting there, buddy? Looks like lumber. Yep. So here, there it is, go straight. Okay. And keep it in the lane. Right. Those rumble strips make a noise. That's what you're hearing there, the rumble strip on the right. Got some beautiful mountain scenery over here. And yeah, we shouldn't pay too much attention to that because we've got to look at the map. And we've got to pay attention to the driving as well. And a whole bunch of other things. Right, how are we doing? We are at 8:30 in the morning. 180 miles to go. Right. Yep, this is a steep uphill. Alright. We're moving again. We're out of the city into the country. Nice. Now we can cruise. Alright. Try to keep it like that. What SUV is that? It looks like a box on wheels. Yeah, we still got to keep it straight. Okay, we don't need to get wide. Very good. So we can just keep on cruising straight here. Alright. Okay, thank goodness he decided to stop. Otherwise we'd have had a problem at that point. So we can give it a bit of power again. And according to the map, we need to keep going straight here. Okay. Keep it between the lines as well. That would be good. It certainly keeps one busy. It pretty much requires constant steering input. One has got to pay attention the whole time. Over here, we still want to go straight, okay. Alright. Give it a bit more power. Keep it going. Alrighty. And here we need to go on the right to Yakima. So okay. And we need to go straight. Alright, nobody on the right of me. Okay. Okay, now we're going to have to give it all the beans to get up this hill. And get it around the corner. Here it is a case of just follow the highway, it would seem. And we just follow the highway. Keep it going. Alright. And we want to stay in this lane onto Kennewick. Alrighty. So far we're still doing alright. We're en route and we haven't caught an accident yet. Not yet. If we pay attention, we should be able to avoid a wreck. Yakima discovered. Alright, what are we going to do here? We need to keep straight. Alright. So let's keep it going. A new store just opened. What kind? What goodies do you sell there? Is it worth visiting? I like the style of these apartments on the right hand side here. A bit noisy with the traffic, but the noise pollution from the freeway there. Right, keep it going straight. And follow the highway. We are sort of getting towards the end of our journey here. $60 miles left. Right. Should be alright to get around the corner at this speed. Give it power again. And there goes the fire department. Alrighty. Still straight on. Here, this is one of the longer journeys, that's for sure. It's almost midday. We got to see quite a bit of the countryside here, and we've had nice weather. Been good so far this drive. Alright, so for here, okay, we got to go. We got to pull in here. Let's get this inspection and done and get weighed. Right. Clear there. Give it the beans. And the lane's clear. Managed to do that without messing it up. And onwards, 24 miles. And here we go straight. But we're probably going to be getting off the freeway fairly soon. Let's keep it straight. I was looking in the mirror. Right here. going to need to take the ramp right. Like so. Alrighty. Turn! Right. And here we need to do what? We probably no, we want to be in that lane. Dawn. That's my turn there. But we can go around here. Wakes you up. That trainer does. That's so pretty. Now we can cross the railway line. And then at these lights, do a right turn. Try this again. Nice and slowly. Okay. At the next set of lights, okay, let's wait. Let's not cause any incidents like blowing red lights. Alrighty. Waiting for the light to change. We're almost there. Got a little bit of wheel up on the pavement there. So now, where do we need to be? Up ahead. Nice. what we want to do now, do it like that. Go around the back of the building and do our delivery. And then we are done with this job. Then we'll pick another job. Hello, train. Where do we need to be? Where's our markers? Here they are. Nice. Apart from getting lost at the end, we did alright there. No wrecks. Very good. Let's pick another job. Let's see what we can do. I've driven California quite a bit. Salem. Salem to Nedford. Dry fruit. Let's do that. Also quite a long drive. Alright. So I think we need to exit there. By the looks of things. Which way do we want to go out? I'm going to stay on the left of this building. Like so. Hello, dude. What are you doing? Just loitering. Looking off to the trees. Good job. Alright, off we go. Looking off to the fruit trees. This should be a nice drive. Middle of the day. This is I'm speeding on an interior road. Let's keep the speed down. Keep it below 20 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour. Now here we are going to have to cross this road. Right. Now attention to the steering, and of course it wound itself over. Alright, leaving Salem. And here we've got a right turn coming up. Like so. Doing all right. That should be right over here. Okay, let's wait for him to pass. Okay. Okay, and here we want to go over that bridge, and then we're going to turn left. Hello dude, how's the trucking doing today? Alright, that's us. Alrighty. Keep our steering straight. We don't unexpectedly go sideways. Sorry. That is never good. And nicely around the corner. Okay, not too bad. And straight on we go. And onwards to the highway. Alrighty. Nice. See if we can get this load of fruit safely delivered. That would be good. That is the objective. Alrighty. Let's see, what have we got to do here? Straight on provisionally. Yeah. So let's see, if we stay in this lane, yeah, we should be alright. Okay. Very good. And still straight on. Alrighty. merging. That tends to be hairy. Alright, here, straight on to Springfield. Alrighty. Still straight on. Okay. A nice day out here. Oh, towing a tanker. Nice and shiny. Yeah. Alrighty. He slowed down, good. Gonna have to sort of judge that merging. And here we have got to go straight. Alright. Let's keep it straight over here. 165 miles. I think that this is probably going to be our last delivery for the stream and today, and then we'll come back to that, get back to some more driving over the next couple of days. I only go back to work on Wednesday, so we've still got 2 days where we can do gaming, we can do driving, or we can get into some of the other games that I enjoy. Play some Scum, play some Icarus, or we could play a bit of Spyro, or we could even try getting into a bit of Star Rapture. Try learning more of that game. There's also a lot of building and progressing to be done in that game, and I've put a little bit into the game so far, but I'm very new to that game. The games where I've got a bit more time in is Icarus and Scum, but not much. We're talking about 20 hours each. Still very new to those games. Still very new to gaming in general. And new to streaming in general as well. So we shall see how we get on with this. And just have fun with it. Alright. This truck seems to be pulling alright up this hill. It's pulling quite nicely. Give it full beans, see what it does. Now this thing pulls. It's got some chooch. Right, let's get it around the corner here. Right, we don't have to get weighed. That is good. Alright, so we can just go straight here. We don't have to join the queue at the way station. Fortunately, that wasn't a long queue. Right, and then nobody on the right hand side. Good. We can carry on cruising. I think we've been playing for almost 2 hours now. This game certainly passes the time easily. I need to get a more comfortable chair. I must say that my behind is starting to get a bit sore. I might have to look into a better chair for this type of thing if one is going to spend time in the chair. This one is definitely not going to cut it, or the way my behind is starting to feel. But we're almost done with this delivery. Then we're going to call it a stream. So things have been improving throughout the stream. I see my turns getting into wrecks has got less. Getting used to the feel of keeping the truck in the middle of the lane. It is improving. Starting to feel a bit more relaxed about this, which is good. Starting to enjoy the game a bit more. Alrighty. Here we got to go straight. Good. Also sort of casting an eye to the bottom right there to see where we are on the map. So starting to get used to that. Interesting that the GPS on this truck are not on by default. Though I don't use it anyway. I look at the map on the right hand side. Okay, what have we got to do here? Okay, that right hand lane's going to disappear. Alrighty. Get into some pretty mountains here. Yep, we need to give it some beans. Make her do some work. If one wanted to see what is going on in those gauges on the dash, one would need a bigger screen, that's for sure. Because I certainly can't read them from here. Fortunately, we're not having to worry about fuel and temperatures and oil pressure and voltage and that sort of stuff. We can just drive. The truck's not going to can out on us. But in here, I need to keep it straight. Alrighty, Mr. Jeep, what are you gonna do? No trouble from you, please. Let's keep it in the line. I tend to look at the speed on the map. I must get used to looking at the speedometer for speed. I mean, it is right in front of me. And I don't have to look that far right. Take my eyes off the road. 28 miles. We're almost there. Not far away at all. Almost the end of our shift. Get into late afternoon, yeah? Alrighty. This is a nice drive. Right. What have we got to do here? We're going to be taking this exit. Okay. We are not too far from it. Medford. There we go. Slow her down a bit. And here we're going to be turning right. Oh nice, there's a traffic light. Bonus! Let's stay in this lane. I'm going to turn left here. At the next set of lights. Just warn everybody that we're going to turn. And then we can slide over into this lane. And we got a green light. Nice. Now we want to stay in the left-hand lane because we are going to need to turn left. Not too far from here. Not there. Looks like we want to go in here. Like so. And then our destination is going to be on the left here, it seems. Let's have a look, see what's going on here. Where do we need to be? Have I somehow messed this up? Seriously, where do I need to be? Have a look. Oh, I need to be in here. Thank you. Okay, we'll just do it that way. Okay, we got to go straight. Okay, cool. And he just made it past that gate with the trailer. That was tight. That was tight. But we made it. No traffic incidents. No wrecks. Good. Nice. Okay, we did alright there. Oh, we're well on our way to level 7. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this stream. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Hope you enjoyed my driving and the scenery. It was a good drive. We had fun. We do more of this, either driving or playing some other games. So have a good day wherever you are, and take care, and I shall see you next time for more awesome stuff. Alrighty, bye. Where is that? Stop streaming.